Hi, Nick Collier here, and this is my shop. Come join me. We'll have some fun. Okay, Nick Collier here, and we've got a little pet project of mine I've been meaning to do for probably, I don't know, 30 years. Haven't gotten around to it until today. Kind of excited about it, in fact. This last project I used taps a lot, and I was constantly, and all of these taps that you see here they were in a drawer. And I'm constantly digging through and trying to find the exact tap that I need. And I must have spent 5 hours figuring out what taps went where. And I kept thinking, well, why don't I just organize my taps? I have most of the sizes that I need up to, what, a ½ inch or something like that for the moment. And why not just put them together and organize them? So I ended up getting a piece of wood. Let me see what we got here. It was somewhere. Oh, here it is. Piece of madrone. And I was going to put that on the, drill holes in the madrone and put the taps in there. But, I got to thinking about it. How can I stamp numbers into it? And I really want to have numbers. I want to be able to just reach in there and go, I want that tap, and walk over and deal with it. And also, when I break a tap, I know which ones are missing. So I was digging around for a piece of aluminum. Let me get this piece. Oh, we're going to actually go over there. So I'll be back. So out of the disc project that you may or may not have seen, because it's one of those projects that's sitting in the computer waiting to be edited, I made, actually I ended up making 4 of these. The customer only needed 2, but I screwed this one up, of course. You can see this side. Got it all the way in, screwed it up. And I screwed this one up early on by boring it too big. But wouldn't this make an interesting tap holder, circular? And so I'm going, wow, I like that. I like that idea. So I've gone in and I've polished the surface. I'm going to go in and clean up the outside surface. Oops, not quite yet, but soon. There we go. And actually, let's put this in gear. And since we're on the little lathe, we're just taking little bits at a time. The big lathe has got another project on it. I don't want to tear it down. But today's a play day, and this is my kind of play. After spending 3 weeks on this other project, and I wasn't able to film the project because there was a time constraint, and we were literally pedal to the metal the whole 3 weeks. And it went out the door yesterday, and yippee, I'm back to having a clean shop and being more normal. I'm less like a worker bee. this might just be the last pass. Sounds like it. And you can tell just this little bit of effort, just dogging this poor thing down to nothing. All right. Now, we'll take it to the next step. Oh, maybe we should come in and clean up these outside edges here a little bit. Yep, probably a good idea. Oops, get this. Nope, we're not going to make it. That's as far as we can go both ways. So we'll just bring this out and then we can go in. And since there's no need for accuracy, we're going to just flip it around. And take off the other side. A little bit of file work. And we're set to go. We got ourselves a disc. No special measurements on that disc, but we got a disc. A little bit rough right there. Let's clean that up a bit. That's better. Yeah, nice. All right, we'll be back. All right, so we've centered the rotary table, we've centered the piece, and now we're going to go around and put a hole every 10 degrees that a small bit can fit into. And maybe as we get about halfway around or 3/4 of the way around, we'll go to a little bit larger bit. So right now we're coming into our third hole, which is 10 degrees, 10 more degrees. What do we got here? 330. We've got I'm thinking I'm just going to skip this one for now. We can come back to it and we'll move everybody around at one time. So now we're going to go 20 degrees. 320, 310. Just barely made that one. In fact, it hits. Alright, we're just going to skip that one. Well, actually, we could just loosen it up and move it just a little bit. Yeah, misses now. So we're going to come in with 5 rows, and I'm wondering if we could kind of divide this into 5 segments. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, well, we got one more size to do, and I'm going to put it in between these two here. All of these were 10 degrees off from each other. These are 20 degrees off from each other because, of course, they're wider. And the next ones I'm going to put in between that 20 as a 10, and they're going to be the next size bigger. We'll be back. All right, we're done. Now I'll get to take it off and see if it works. Okay, so we've got it pretty well done here. We want to come in and countersink these holes. So we've got a few to drill out, but not too bad. That looks pretty good. Let's see how it's going to work. Not too bad. I can see what I've got. You know, if I put it up high enough, I get it up here where I've got it at eye level, I can just kind of spin it around and see what I've got and where I'm gonna go. I like it. Well, Nick Collier here. This was a fun little project. I don't know, I've been meaning to do this for 30 years, and finally I got to it, and it was pretty easy, and you know, it took a couple of hours, hey, it's going to be here for the rest of my life, and it'll probably pass on to some other machinist, and then on into another one. You know, 100 years from now, this thing will still be functioning, it'll still be here. In fact, I think I'm going to put a date into it just to kind of give it an antique value 100 years from now. It was a good project. And if you liked what happened here, subscribe and tell your friends. And this is Nick Collier checking out.